Hello, O17 instructors. I'm Yusefa Smith, one of the O17 coordinators, and this video is going to show you how to put the final exam into your Canvas course. So if you have not done so already, please log into Canvas. And once you've logged into Canvas, on the left side of the screen, you'll see where it says account. There may be a number that's visible there. Click on account. And then a pop-out screen shows a list of items here. Click on where it says shared content. And you'll see the assignments that have been shared with you. So we did share with you the practice final assignments again. If you haven't imported those, they're here for you. And the final exam. So you can see the specific exam files that are in this account are for Monday. If you have an exam on Tuesday, you'll have files for Tuesday. And if you have an exam on Monday and Tuesday, you have 4 sets of files, 2 for Monday, 2 for Tuesday. So as a reminder, the department is recommending instructors that have classes on Monday, Wednesday, and or Friday to give their exam on Monday, May 4th between 12 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. Instructors that have classes on Tuesday, Thursday, and or Saturday give your exams on Tuesday, May 5th between 12 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. And reserve Wednesday, May 6th for make-up exams due to scheduling conflicts or other extenuating circumstances. So all your exams have been pre-programmed to open up at 12 a.m. and to close at 11:59 p.m. So you're not required to give that wide of a time frame. You can change it, such as to something like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Personally, I am going to give my students between 12 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. You want to keep in mind that some of our students have children at home and will need to wait until after their children go to bed to do their work. I'm an instructor who has children at home, and oftentimes a lot of my work has to be done outside of when he's at school. So please keep that in mind for our students. So if we go back here to where the shared content is, we're going to import the final exam. So here I can see departmental final exam. I'm going to go all the way to the right where we have these 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots. Click on import. The screen opens up and it says select course. You can try to search through all these courses. That's too much. I would start typing FNMT space O17. This narrowed down all of your options to only the O17 courses that you've ever taught. Now you can search through these if you want to and find the course, or you can put a space and start typing the section number. I can see the course that I want, so I'm going to click on there. Now at this point, you can just say import. You don't have to do anything further. But for me, I am going to select the module to put it in as well because I'm using modules. So I'm going to click the drop down and scroll to the end to my week 14 module. And now specifically in that module, I'm going to place the final exam after my note that says I do not offer extra credit. And then I say import. Perfect. So now we want to repeat this process if you want to use the assignment that's for submitting your work. I only recommend you use the submit your work assignment for the final exam if you've actually used it for the practice final. Your students need to be able to practice doing this before the final exam. Otherwise, please do not use this. So to import this assignment, again, go to the right where it shows the 3 dots under actions. Click on the 3 dots, click on import. And now in this box, I'm going to type FNMT space O17 space. And since I know which course I want, I'm going to type the next character. That's my course. I'm going to put this in my module. And I'm going to place it, I'm just going to put at the bottom since I know it's going to the bottom of the module. And say import. Perfect. If you are importing, or if you still need to import the practice final, you're going to follow the same steps. Go to actions, import, etc. So you can use this instead of what we sent you before to import the practice final. Please make sure you're importing both the practice final and the final exam at some point if you have not done it already. Do it sooner rather than later so that if something goes wrong, we can troubleshoot beforehand. So now what I'm going to do is go to the course where I put these files. Okay, before I go to that course, if you are someone who is teaching multiple courses, then you want to repeat this process for every single course that you teach. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go to the course, courses, and this is the course that the final was put into. Now for my courses, I have set it so that my students see the modules page when they first go in. So you can see here, this is the week 14 module. And at the end of the module, you can see there's the departmental final exam. And here's to submit your work here. If you're not using modules, the final exam is going to be under quizzes. The submit your work assignment will be under assignments. And the final exam will also be under assignment. So only under quizzes will be the final exam, but both assignments will be under assignments. But notice here on the right, there's this eyeball with a slash through it. That means the students can't see these links. So you need to make sure they're activated. To activate assignments link and quizzes link, click on settings. And so you can see at the top of the screen, there's course details, there's sections, there's navigation. We want to be in navigation. And scroll down to where you can find assignments and quizzes. They happen to be at the top. You can either drag them up, or you can click these three dots on the right and say enable. Want to do the same thing for quizzes. Say enable. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Enable. There we go. Now you have to make sure you scroll to the bottom of the page and press save to save that. Now assignments, you can see now to the right, there is no longer that eyeball with the slash through it. That means the students can see these links. So if I click on quizzes, there's the final exam. If I click on assignments, now this can be a little tricky because the assignments can go into different folders. Okay, so you can see here, the final exam submit your work here assignment went into my final exam folder, but the final exam went into a PI completion folder. I'm going to move this down here. Okay, and for myself, I would not put the submit your work assignment here. I would put it somewhere else, but that's up to you. But nonetheless, it could be more clear for the students just to put them together here, which is why I recommend modules as opposed to using the assignments link. Now that we can see the assignments are in our course, I'm going to click on the final exam and just look at some of these options here. So I'm going to say edit. And scroll down. So first of all, the quiz type is a graded quiz. I would not change that. The assignment group, that you may want to change depending on which assignment group you want to put this in, if you're using Canvas as a gradebook as well. Please do not change the time limit, okay? It's 2.5 hours. Do not change this, allow multiple attempts. We are not allowing multiple attempts. The next option, let students see their quiz responses. Do not allow that, because then the answers to the final exam become available to the student as soon as they're done. We do not want that to happen, which is why that is not checked. Okay. We have here a show one question at a time. Please leave that as it is. Part of the reason why we have it showing one question at a time is it makes it impossible for a student to then print the entire exam off at one time, which we do not want them to do. Require an access code, we do not need that, nor do we need to filter IP addresses. Now, if you scroll down here, we have here the defaults. We have everyone is given the exam for Monday, opening at 12 a.m. It closes at 11:59 p.m. If you need to make an exception for a student and allow them to take the exam on Wednesday, you would do that here, and you would say add. And then where it says assign to, you would start typing the student's name. So let's say the student was me. Now, because I don't have anyone in this class, the students are not popping up, but you would, once the student would pop up, you would click on it, put their new due date, which would be, let's say Wednesday is the 6th. And then you want to make sure you say available from May 6th until May 6th. It's important that you do that so that they're not taking the test on Monday or Tuesday, only on Wednesday, the day where you're giving them the exception. And then from there, you want to say save. Now, before I say save, I do want to talk about some other things. Under questions, we scroll down here. I'm going to go to the first question. You can see here for question 1, there's 3 possible questions a particular student can get, and it's going to be randomly given. So that's going to be the same throughout. For every one of the 50 questions that they're answering, they could get one of 3 questions. So this is how we're allowing some sort of differentiation so that every student is not taking the same exact exam. So make sure when you're done, if you added an extra day for a particular student, that you say save. Now, if you are an instructor who needs to put extra time for COD accommodations, there is a link in the email that shows you how to do that for a particular student. That is separate from this particular screen that you see here. So we will be sending another video in closer to the exam time that shows you how to grade the exam again for those instructors that may need it. Please let us know if you have any questions. I hope you're staying safe. And don't forget that we do have Zoom office hours for those that need extra help. We will talk to you later. Bye-bye.